Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, you've added a ton of value in the past couple of videos, but I was thinking that it was my turn to add some value. What do you think?
I like it. I like it. What do you have for us today?
So, I always like to stay on top of the trends, and we're seeing buyers very frustrated across the board because they are trying their best to obtain a property and they're running into roadblocks everywhere. It
Yeah.
seems like the scenario that's being set up almost every single time, regardless of the price range, if the property is priced right, is that you'll have a buyer that's very interested in the property and there will be multiple offers. And to the defense of the agent and the owner, they're setting it up that way. They're setting it up so that they know that if they get an offer extremely quickly, they're going to hold off for 2, 3, 4 days, get as many showings as they possibly can. And then they are going to call for highest and best, let
Right.
those buyers bid against one another, push that price up. And, ultimately the seller wins, but the buyer loses, even if they win. What do you think about that?
I think it's true. And we're seeing it, like you said, across the board. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating for so many people to get their hopes up. And a lot of times when you have these open houses, like you said, there's already multiple offers. So people come in and it's like they're already devastated. So what can we do to help the buy side on that?
So there's one thing that's worked well on
Okay.
that. It doesn't always work. I'm just throwing it out there. Is if you have a very strong buyer, let's say they're mostly cash, you can make those terms and conditions very favorable, just so that you're like, wow, okay, this is a solid offer. Your goal is to make this easy on the seller as well. So what I suggest you do with your client is you write that offer up immediately and then you do give it a deadline. And you know that the response that you're going to get from the other agent is, the game. We're going to wait for highest and best, and then they're going to shop your offer. You're most likely going to lose. But here's what you do: put a deadline on it. Say that if you put that offer in on a Friday evening, say we need a response back by Saturday at noon. And if you can't meet that deadline, we're going to withdraw our offer.
Oh, that
Right.
was a solid offer, you said, right? A really well thought out, mostly cash, really, really good offer.
Yeah. So now what you've done is you've created, a bird in hand, right? So
Yeah.
they're going to get a better offer than what you put in. But let's say you put in a full price ask or maybe even a little more, and then you give it a deadline and say, you know what, our offer is gone. It's off the table come noon the next day. My guess is, in my experience, has been that that agent will advise that seller to take that offer.
I like it. That's a really helpful tip, especially in today's market.
Awesome. I'm glad to see I'm
Yeah.
good for something. I'm glad to help.
Always have great tips. I love it. I love it.
Thanks, Kim. We'll talk to you.
Hey, guess what?
Bye.
It's St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Did you wear your green?
I'm blue. Does that count? Oh,
Close enough.
oh, all right. Happy St. Patty's.